this is the final day of my placement, so I thought I would kind of show you around before we like go back home. So what I'm doing is standing in front of where all the volunteers like gather and meet, and we have lunch and we talk and whatever. And there's offices up there which sometimes have been locked away in trying to do coursework and things like that. But we're doing a tour to you, but we're also doing a tour to our parents, Dad and Mum.
Sucking tummy.
What my job here is the residential volunteer, and I'll show you later kind of like the places so I've been living on site, but this is kind of where I've been doing all the work. First off, have a look down to there. We've done potholes, right? This is for free. Someone just came along and said, we've got loads of tar for you. So this has been my project for the past few days. This has taken me 4 days. I mean, they're about when I wasn't like half days, but anyway, so I've been pulling out all the weeds and all the dead stuff, and it's been just crazy amount. And I think it is finished, it's just not cleared up and stuff. But yeah, this is an insect garden, and on a bee garden. So in a few weeks and months, it's gonna look absolutely beautiful with loads of flowers and all those things, which would be amazing. I wasn't prepared. I haven't actually said this is Faring's Nature Reserve. This is the picnic area, and I had to lawn mow this quite a few times, which has been interesting. And this is also where I learned how to do brush cutting. It's a dipping pond. You get like newts and stuff. When it comes to like the actual animals and stuff that are here, I'm not so good at it, but I do know what to do. This is all willow stuff. Last Wednesday we tried to coppiced some willow to try and find out. Someone's gonna do a living willow sculpture out of those. See that pond? Was not there when I was here. That was all ground, and it was dig out because it's supposed to be a bit of water. That's what it was like 20 years ago, but it's all been filled up with reed and stuff, and it's been and so it all dried up and no. It might have been once upon a time used for fishing, but not now. Into Nest Meadow. Can't go in. Can't go in. So as you see here, we've got some sheep. These are Hebridean sheep, and we have on site currently. We have
Hebridean, actually from the Hebrides.
54.
Or is that just
originally, yes, but not now. They're actually called Hebridean sheep. That's their breed. So we've got 22 sheep in here at the moment. And we moved them from the new pits. These hedges here, they were like another metre or so taller. It's just been chopped down, so a long reach digger can go over the top and dig out the ditch on the other side. I'm going to show you later a bit more like how the difference between having no ditches and ditches. It's like we need ditches in order to have fish life, which is and for the birds to actually eat from. All kind of divided using causeways, or bunds, or whatever you call it. So if you change the water level of a place, then it's not going to affect the whole area. So you only need just one bit, so that you can still. It reduces disturbance to animals and things like that. However, because we got causeways, there's problems with trees and stuff like that. So I'll show you what we've done about that in a bit. With these sheep, I've been cutting their toenails. Yeah, I'm cutting these sheep's toenails. This is not even the most I've done. So this is like 54 that I've done, but I've been a part of. But there was 140 with our partnered reserves. I mean, it's another Lincolnshire Wildlife Trust.
is when you get the sheep and put them through a trough of static off any bugs or worms that might be irritating their skin.
We do have dewormer though, so we've got a kind of gun and we shoot it in the mouth with some liquid, and that's how we do that. There's also some spray that we use on their foot, and there's also other sprays and things, but we haven't used them because it's not time to do that yet. All of the babies have been here with us since birth, so they're like quite old. So I want to say like 15.
Do they shear them at all?
They do, yeah. This is the most popular because it's most popular hide because it's easier to get from the car park with all your
Nest Lake Hide 1984.
To the left of this, you can see that 2 bitting channels have been cut out. This is so that it allows the bittins to come in and feed from the channels and then hide back in when there's predators. Just in front of it, there's like kind of like a Y-shaped stick poking out. On my first day, I saw a kingfisher perched on there. Amazing. And behind it, a bittern flew over. These are very rare birds. To your right, a couple of months later, I saw a great white egret. I mean, I was pretty lucky on this placement.
I go back in, it was really peaceful.
Working here is
Amazing. You see that pole there? That was put over so we could go over the side because we had to fish loads of like wood and stuff that when we were cutting down fangs that have gone into the stream, which was a bit disgusting, but that is actually cut. It's just balancing. Okay. All this chicken that you're about to walk in was not there only a few weeks ago.
I even helped with some of this.
So what you're seeing here on either side, Exhibit A, Exhibit B, is dead hedge laying. It's a really good way of keeping people out, but also reusing all the cut wood that we've taken down, and it looks nice. I help up there just a little bit. I'll do it's like the Yellow Brick Road, don't you think? I'm going to tell you a bit about how we do dead hedge laying. You see, so these are the poles, and we've got like this metal pole hammer thing, and we have to thump it down there to get it into the ground.
Handles on the hide that
Yeah.
you ramp up and down.
Yeah. So yeah, we put a pole in, and then try to put the heavy, but we kind of like weave them in. What's best to actually do is have Y-shaped things. If you can see, this is a Y-shaped thing, and that holds it quite well inside, so it's not going forwards, not going backwards.
So it interlocks.
It interlocks, yeah. And you can easily put things underneath with there. Y-shapes are awesome. And then you've got really like stuff like willow and things are really, really bendy. So you can weave it in and out and make it go pretty. In these forests, there's been quite a few bits of working, which I've done as well. We've been trying to increase the understory, the denser of understory, because it's better for willow tips. If you see, we also put this in place. This was not here before, kind of like a gate kind of thing. They did a load of weird things of trying to cover that up, and we came up with really weird stories, like we're going to put lasers or a mirror there so no one can see it. But what they're going to have in the future, I've brush cut the areas, they're going to have a big like brush activities. But as you can see here, you can see that there's, I think it's called willow herb and stuff. These little trees, we're increasing with coppice, a lot of coppicing. It also opens the top up as well, the canopy, to let a lot more light in. So we've got some rare species in these as well. So I can't tell you what they're called.
Every half term, yeah, so I don't know, it's around the 25th of February or something like that. I came in and helped, and we were only up to about around along here somewhere that they were doing up to on February half term, and now it's March They've gone all the way down the bottom. So like a month later, and they've finished like so much. It's like amazing.
Okay, I want to show you something. Can you see the stumps here? The tall things. They've been purposely left like that because it's called the rotting of the stumps are really good for invertebrates and things. And some
So they're
birds.
bogging carriages.
Yes.
Oh.
And so it really kind of promotes biodiversity and things, which is great.
This is what we call a causeway. It used to be full of trees, but in January a forest mulcher came in and demolished it within 3 hours. And this is really good for the birds because they can have an uninterrupted flight pattern, but also it's safer for them because they can see the predators. And on either side, you can see that there's big, massive ditches, but they didn't look like that. Before, it was tiny ditches that had loads of reeds just in there, but a long-reach digger came in and digged it out. And after that, we had a truck saw come in, which is like a tank, but you can drive it on water. It's really, really cool. You see a picture here. Anyway, this truck saw serves purpose of raking out this ditch and taking out the rhizome so that the reed doesn't grow back. And all this is just tried to get the ditches to have free-flowing water. And that's really good for fishes and for all the reed bed, the whole reserve, but also for the birds because a large amount of fishes means they have a food source and they can live. It might look like a travesty, but later on it's going to look absolutely amazing. It's going to be really good for the wildlife.
If you don't want to walk, we can stay here and we can get the cars because there's a road right there.
Oh gosh, you got heavier.
I have got heavier. I'm still light.
Oh gosh, you got heavier.
Well,
So
there's nothing
much
more to look
heavier.
at on the way back. That's what I'll do. I'll go and sit there for you.
I mean, this is one of 3 meadows in this part alone. We do actually look after a bunch of other places as well, along the Humberside, because my job was assisting the Humberside warden. We're doing like loads of sheep, right? Over there, and we're doing so well. But then when we had like go,
I'm boiling.
shut up, Gracie. When I was going to get the sheep, they suddenly ran off to the other side of the field, and it's like twice as long as this. And yeah, we had to. So someone went all the way down and had to push them back. But because it was a really wide field as well, I say field, it was the pits, really wide place. I had to run and try and keep them in line so till the sheep would go. There was a lot of running that day. There's absolutely no water because before, when I started, this was full of reed and we had to cut the reed down, but it was dry enough in order for us to just go in shoes. Dad, we were going to come pick you up.
Smooth road, easy walk.
Oh gosh. Right, that makes it easier. Let's go then. Into the cars. Come on.
Well, actually, this is not the end of my video. There's a few things that we missed out during the tour. One of the big parts of the placement was cutting down and burning the reed to get down to the reed litter layer to prevent succession and allow healthier reed to grow. Because of all this burning, though, there really wasn't a day that I didn't go home without a dirty nose. In fact, I became known for that. I also had the opportunity to go off reserve manage to Donnanook and observe the seal migration there. Thousands of seals would come here every winter to give birth, feed their young and toodle off again.